Hi friends, welcome back to Patch Part 2, and we'll talk a little bit about some intelligent fixtures that may require, or devices that require data rather than just a single dimmer. So let's jump in. Okay, so I'm still looking at my plot over here. We were back on the balcony rail pipe, but now we're off to the side pipe. And let's just take a look at some fixtures that we have and devices that are hung on this top of this box boom. The top two fixtures are indeed incandescent fixtures, and they just plug into a regular dimmer. Look, in red are the dimmers that are available in this position, and this fixture plugs straight into dimmer 5, and this one plugs into 6, but we have patched them into control channel at the light board, channel 41 and channel 51. I don't want to have to remember 5 and 6 because the next light in this system might be dimmer 85, and I just don't want to remember that. I want to remember 41 and 51 for these two lights. Now, the two lights that are below here are LEDs. They're LED Luster Series 2 ERS 19 degrees. And I know that their DMX footprint is 9 channels, 9 DMX channels, 9 addresses for every LED fixture of that type that's hung has 9 addresses. The first address is intensity, and that's just how globally, how bright or how dim the fixture is, regardless of the LED color that you have chosen, right? The next 8 DMX addresses, the next 8 control channels do color. And so it's got a red and a blue and a green and a cyan and an amber and an indigo and lime and heck, there might be one more that's in there somewhere to make 8. Actually, I think I did 8. Right? But those are each color has its own DMX address inside of that fixture, right? So if I bring up DMX address whatever that is the amber, then only the amber LEDs turn on. All right. Then the last channel that makes up the 9th channel is the fixture will strobe. It will blink at a, either fast or slow. The more I move the slider up, the faster it'll blink, and it will do so in whatever color I choose. It's just fast programming. It's just a feature of the fixture that will allow it to strobe. There is an option for a 10th channel. There are a variety of modes that I can set that fixture in. I can set it in as few as 3 DMX channels, and it interprets all of the LED color that I want, but we won't get into that too much. All I want to know is that this fixture requires, in the mode that I want it to run in, requires 9 DMX addresses. And if we look at the address that I have assigned to it, I have assigned it to Universe 2, right, address 21. And the fixture right next to it, I have now hotel patched so that it lines up better. It is now an address 2/31. And what that means is that address 2/30 goes unused. There is nothing listening to that mailbox. There is data there, but nobody is listening, and therefore nobody cares and nobody does anything. Again, this is hotel patch DMXing, right? So now I need to patch this DMX address 2/21, which is the address for this fixture, into channel 103. But we've already discussed that this has got 9 addresses. So what the light board needs to know is not just its start address, but it wants to know what type of fixture this is, right? It wants to know the style of that fixture. If it knows the style and the operational mode of that fixture, it will go ahead and do a whole lot of work for you. There's a cyan color wheel, right? That will dial in the cyan LEDs or the red LEDs. There's a wheel that will individually control that, and if the light board knows the fixture type and the operational mode, it will automatically assign the red LEDs to the red wheel on the board so that you never have to worry about it. You just call this fixture on, you call up its intensity, you just call it up as a channel. It's just a regular channel, just like these lights above it. I call it up and I say channel 103, go to full, and that fixture goes to full. Then I have a series of wheels on the console and I can just roll them up or down and I can mix whatever color I want. The console does that translation for us. Assigning that operational mode and the style of the fixture is also done in patch, right? So when you patch into a console, you have to tell it not only what its start address is, but what kind of fixture it is and what mode it is working in. You need all three of those pieces of information in order for this fixture to be able to operate correctly. Okay, the same thing applies to moving lights. We have moving lights that are hung over here. This is our trusty little Max 700. I want that to be in DMX, in console channel, in the light board channel, to be channel 511. Channel 511. I am going to address it in universe 2/dimmer 101. I know that this fixture requires 31 channels. 31 channels to select all of the colors and to do 16-bit pan and tilt and to do its intensity and its gobo selection and gobo rotators, and every single one of those parameters, everything that that fixture will do requires at least one DMX address. Some of them require two. Remember our 16-bit pan and tilt example that we did in class, right? So 31 total channels, DMX addresses, 31 DMX addresses, but that's all interpreted at the light board by a single tombstone, by a single control channel, right? I call up 511 and that fixture, the light comes out of it. If I pull the intensity down, it gets dimmer. But all of its features now are mapped and lined up and assigned places on the board where I can manipulate them. And I don't have to do that work. The console will do it automatically if I will assign that channel and address as well as the fixture type and its operational mode. I think I'll pause this lecture now, and that's enough preaching to the choir. More on patch in a little bit.